the Big Ten first. Number 9 seed Tennessee, number 8 seed Ohio State playing tomorrow. Alex, you guys were the last team to beat and potentially expose Ohio State, but with the exception of that game and then the 1 point loss to Oregon, they've been blemishless. They no blemishes. They've been perfect. They've played great, and then except your game, every other game they looked spectacular on offense. Can they get over that hangover of losing to you guys? Coming into this game.
Can they? Yes. They have to get out of their own head.
Mhm.
The whole thing with us is, for some reason, they need to prove that they're tough enough against us. When you have advantages pretty much everywhere else but the trench play, you decide to take it to the trenches. That still blows my mind to this day. I think if Ryan Day decides to let Ohio State play Ohio State football, they could go win it all. They're that good. I feel so bad for Tennessee because I've been saying all along I wouldn't want to be the next team to play them after our game with them. I don't think this one's close. I think Ohio State torches them. They use all the passing game that they should have used against us. And the only way Tennessee's really got a shot is they can play physical and run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
They've got to do it and do it very well, but Ohio State's defense is that good too. I don't think Tennessee stands a chance.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting, honestly, because what we know is that if Tennessee falls behind, they tend to struggle. And with some of the injuries that they've had, some games you look at them and you're like, oh snap, God, this is a contender. Nico's got these guys running, and in other games it's like, ooh, you are struggling with Arkansas. You are struggling with some of these poor teams. So I'm going to come to you, Eric. Tennessee can be electric. We've seen them be great. And to Alex's point, Dylan Sampson has balled out this year on the ground. But realistically, coming into this game where Ohio State not only has eyes potentially on Oregon, but is saying, hey, that team that lost to Michigan, that's not us. We're ticked off. What can Tennessee do going? I mean, looks like they're going up against a buzzsaw. Can they pull this one out?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't. I don't see it. I might be a little blind to it. I don't think this Tennessee team is quite the Tennessee team of last year or even the year before. Heupel, I think, is doing quite an amazing job, but I'd hate to hammer home a point, but I think what Alex said, and I know we've agreed, in our fun chats, is that if Ohio State accepts who they are or they figure out who they are, then they are likely the best team in the field, and meaning the field of the college football playoff group. And I believe that over Oregon, over Georgia, all that. The problem is I don't know who Will Howard is. I do not know if Ryan Day feels like Lou Holtz is still, mocking him for being not enough. So he's got to work on his beard dye and, yoke up on some people when he's got electric receivers, amazing running backs who can get to the edges. But most importantly, the thing that Ohio State has, they have one of the best defensive coordinators in the country. And the talent that he has is he's never had it before. So I don't know that I see it being a runaway. I don't think I trust Ohio State offense because I don't think they're going to beat. But I do think that the game is controlled. I think we can mold that defense pretty good.
Okay, I can dig it. Check your audio real quick. Okay, I can hear you now. All right, yeah. So no, and to that point, I mean honestly, I love what you said about Ryan Day. He's get that beard looking right. And look, we've talked about this, Alex. We've talked about it. You have first front row seat to Ryan Day and everything, and Harbaugh's been through it. Penn State, James Franklin, they've been through it, where the coach is questioned because he can't beat certain teams. If Ohio State somehow loses this game and doesn't do what we expect them to do, should there be real consideration that they need to move on, or is just getting here is okay?
No, for them, getting here is not okay. They expect so much more, and as they should. They're year in and year out one of the top programs in the country. Everyone's made jokes about it, but that $20 million roster is legit. Like Eric said, if they figure out who the hell they are, there's not a roster that can match them. The coaching staff has to get out of their own way too, though. Chip Kelly, Ryan Day, they've got to work to their strengths. Figure out this whole big game thing where he seems to struggle with it. I think it'd be hard for Ohio State to sit there with Ryan Day continually struggling when you see a guy like Mike Vrabel being available, for example, or you've got Brian Hartline sitting there who's been an amazing recruiter. To me, those are two options where if you're Ohio State and you see Ryan Day struggle time after time after time, is it time to maybe kick the tires on one of those two?
Or even Knowles. Knowles. I mean, I'm with you. Vrabel would be number one and Hartline is there. But, yeah.
I think if you can get either of the other two guys and get Knowles to stay, I think that's your dream scenario.
Oh, my goodness. If you had Vrabel and Knowles, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Give Hartline that OC job back. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm nervous now.
Yeah.
Now, Ohio State people, don't come for us, but I really don't care if you do come for us, because you got to win, period. And you know as well as we do, if you don't win at a program like Ohio State, they can move on from you in a heartbeat, because we've seen the caliber of coaches that have come through there. And since Urban Meyer, you guys haven't gotten over that hump?
See, I thought you were going to say if you don't win, you get laws changed. I thought that's what you were going to say.
Yo, listen, at the end of the day, I don't want them to win. I would rather Tennessee, and I'm eager to see what that hole we know at McLaughlin's being out for Ohio State at center, what that kind of the issues in that front line going up against a very, in my opinion, kind of underrated D line of Tennessee, with Pierce as being a top tier prospect. I honestly think that might rear its ugly head. And to your point, Eric, Will Howard, I liked him before he came here. But now I'm kind of sitting here looking at Syracuse and Kyle McCord like, you could have done better than this. You know what I mean? They maybe shouldn't have moved on from you. So for me, Will Howard is going to have to be the X factor. And he has the complement of wide receivers. He has a two-headed monster in the backfield. So, and he has the defense that could, take care of him, give him more opportunities. But you got to get it done. You got to get it done. Yeah. All right, next we're going to go to Tennessee, Ohio State. Vandy, Chris, you're very familiar with Tennessee. What you think? Who's winning this one?
So let me start this off by saying I hate Tennessee with a passion, unrivaled by any fan in America.
Oh yeah.
But not so fast, my friends.
Yes.
There's a reason Ohio State has not had an SEC team play in the horseshoe since 1988. There's a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
That reason is going to be on full display tomorrow night when Tennessee takes over that stadium. Ooh. And that crowd is orange and white. Tennessee punches them in the mouth and wins handily.
Ooh, wow. Oh, I like that. Andy, what you think?
I think I have a friend who I'm in an SEC group with that is a Tennessee fan. Mm-hmm. And prior to Georgia playing Tennessee, he messaged me and said, get ready to hear strains of Rocky Top all day on Saturday, playing while we play. It didn't turn out that way for him. However, I do think that the good folks at Ohio State better enjoy all they can out of the band marching in, You've seen the video, the band marching in and dotting the I, because I think that they are going to hear Rocky Top play at least 4, 5, 6 times in their home stadium. That's right. I'm saying it, Buckeye fans. Rocky Top is coming to Ohio, and they're going to lay the smackdown on your candy asses because the Brahma Bull with his millions is bringing a smackdown to Ohio.
Yeah, next they don't play this. They don't play tomorrow, Nathan.
They play next week.
And to
Whatever it
Anthony's
is.
credit, I'm probably friends with that same Tennessee fan, and I can hear him saying that.
Let's go, Colin. What you think, man?
Oh yeah, Tennessee's gonna do this. I mean, I'm all in on Tennessee. What got me is like Tennessee kind of was in the cut. Nobody was really talking about them. They were just said nobody's been barking too much. But I always thought they were gonna get in here and cause some drama. But I think they're gonna beat Ohio State though. I don't know. I would definitely take the points. I mean, they're picked. Ohio State's picked by 7. So yeah, I think Tennessee may win by at least 10, maybe 2 scores.
I can dig it, Alex.
I'd love to agree with you guys, but I don't see a spot where Tennessee's got a better player than Ohio State right now. I don't. I see Ohio State having mismatches all over the field. To me, I think the coaches outmatch. I wish I could say this the other way, but I don't think you guys are right when you say you don't think it's close. It's the other way though. I think Ohio State boat races Tennessee.
Woof. Good gracious.
So
Wait, Sean, I need you right now. 122.58.
I don't think that's crazy though.
Wind that back by about, no, I'm telling you for a reason, and you know why. 122 in about 50 seconds, maybe 47. Clip that and put that out there, because that is the first time I have ever heard the Google gangster say he thought Ohio State was worthy of winning the game. Not that they would not. I heard him say they can win.
He'll say they're worthy of winning the game, but he's
I've
just
heard,
not.
no, I've heard him say I see them winning this game, but he actually said they are a better opponent. What? Ooh, I better make sure my life insurance. I better make sure my life insurance policy is all checked out, because Jesus is coming back at 12:01.
Wow.
Go ahead,
With
Chris.
the spaceship.
So I heard this comment. I heard this statement that across the board, Ohio State is better at every position. Did I hear that right?
If you're talking entire position groups, yes.
Boo Carter
How about head coach?
will be the best safety on the football field, bar none.
Caleb Downs. I will take Caleb Downs
I'm
every
telling
day
you,
and twice on Sunday.
I'm telling you, I watched Caleb Downs at Alabama. I've watched him at Ohio State. Boo Carter is better than Caleb Downs all day long.
Wow.
Also, Dylan Sampson is a better running back than Quinshon Judkins all day long.
This is why I said entire position groups too, because the Ohio State secondary is miles ahead of the Tennessee secondary. The running back room of Ohio State is miles ahead of the entire running back room
The
of
whole
Tennessee.
room
I don't know about
is
y'all.
playing.
I don't know
But
about you, but I'm getting a little.
both Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins will both play a ton. So I will take those two over one running back for Tennessee. Plus, I'll take the running game of Ohio State against Tennessee's defense versus the running game of Tennessee versus Ohio State's defense.
So first, look.
Tennessee
So
I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting kind of
All year.
uncomfortable with all this love about Michigan thing.
well,
It's just straight facts. It ain't love. It's straight facts.
Tennessee hadn't a lot of 100-yard rusher all year.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yep.
I
It pains
can't
me to say all this.
I can't wait to say it. And that's why I like my guy Alex, because he gonna tell it the way he feels it, regardless.
Right.
But okay, so first of all, let's say this. Obviously, it's no surprise that the SEC defends the SEC and the Big Ten defends the Big Ten.
Yeah, there's also
Can we
that.
talk about how
Yeah.
Michigan fan rooting for Ohio State and a Vandy fan rooting for
No.
our
Don't
Tennessee?
get. I want Tennessee to win. Don't get it twisted. I want Tennessee to win. I want nothing more than for that. I just don't see it happening.
Look, you'll never see me voting for Duke. I'll say that. All right, Tar Heel Nation. All right. For me, I also have Ohio State. I don't think it's going to be boat race. I definitely love Dylan Sampson, but I think that defense for Ohio State is vastly underrated, and I think that wide receiver core for Ohio State, if they can get going, is going to be great. And Will Howard is my question. I've always had that question, but I think Ohio State will get this. I don't think it's going to be that far apart. I think it's going to be one of the best matchups of the weekend, in my opinion.
College Football Update with your host, Sean Spencer. Hey, Alex.